Hi guys, it's defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. Got my vest back on again. I do tend, if I like something, I'll wear it for a few days. And like tomorrow off, I'll have a white t-shirt on. I'll wear that for a few days. I've just always been like that. If I like something, I keep wearing it. So defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. Good morning. The time here is 10:09 a.m. UK. I'm in Southwest UK. Hi, Linda. There's two Lindas on. So today is the Linda channel. It's the Linda channel. Look, it's all Lindas. I'm looking at all the messages. Linda, 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 Linda. Ah, we have a Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca. So I've got my cup of tea, guys. Actually, I'll put some more water in it so it lasts. So good morning from Southwest UK near Bristol. The kids have gone off with the wife for about 3 hours. When they come back, we're going tobogganing. Yes, coffee and tea time. We're going tobogganing. I actually did a carnival diet video this morning because I wanted to thank Dr. Ken Berry for commenting on our carnival diet, keto diet video, which to me was a big deal because he's got over 3 million subscribers. So I wanted to thank him, Dr. Ken Berry, on YouTube. So I did go over to the carnival diet. Let me just show you. Don't worry, we're not going to talk about the carnival diet. It's definitely Elvis today. So I jumped over there just to thank him. I did a small video. If you guys want to watch it, Carnival Flexing Diet, Louis' World. If you jump over to that, to the live, you'll see the video I did this morning thanking Dr. Ken Berry. Let's go back to the Elvis channel. Right, I was just replying to your message and shared with you that Bob Joyce's drummer of 5 years, Ed Tracy, commented on my video tonight and said why he quit working at Bob's church. Okay, let me just see if shall I quickly read that out? Guys, we're not in a rush. We're pretty chilled this morning. No particular topic. I've got a few things in mind. Let's have a look. Let's see if it comes up. Thing is, SK, I find it so difficult to find you because could you send me the link? Because what it is, I put in SK and then just hundreds of SKs come up. Do you mind sending me that? We could read that if you want. Let's see if it's on my history, which it probably won't be. Can you send that to me? You just right click it and paste it onto Messenger. Is that possible? Now, obviously, when you update your new name, that will be quite easy. So, guys, just so you know, SK runs a YouTube channel called Elvis Police. He's still waiting to update the name, which I think is another 8 or 9 days. And then you'll be able to find him under the title Elvis Police. It'd be a lot simpler. Yeah. It's not coming up. So I'll try one more time. I wonder if I just type in Elvis Police. Hi, Philomena, Elvis Police. It doesn't come up. No, it's not coming up. So I'll just wait for you to send that to me. What's that? Oh, I can't play music. YouTube don't let me play music. Someone did tell me once, you can play music, you can review a song. So what you do is you play the song, review it while it's playing, and then when you get copyrighted by YouTube, they said to me, I think it was Renee at Hidden Minds, you can dispute the copyright claim and say you're reviewing it, and then it allows you to play the song. But I'm too scared to do it in case they give me like a strike. I don't want to get any YouTube strikes. At the moment, I have no YouTube strikes. I want to keep it that way. Okay, thank you, SK. Let me quickly look. Let's have a look. So let's go. So we're on Defending Elvis. Is it on the Facebook or the chat? Let's have a look, because it's not come up. SK, let's have a look. SK hasn't come up. It's under the comment about Billy Smith and the family not ever going to Bob's. Yeah, it doesn't seem to. It's not showing. I'll just check one more time. No, it's definitely not showing at all. Maybe it'll appear. At the moment, it's not. Oh, unless it's on the other chat. There's two chats in there. No, it's not on that one as well. So at the moment, it hasn't come up. But yeah, Bob Joyce, he's on my friends, isn't he? But he got scared off. He won't comment now. I will leave it as a link in your most recent video comments. Right, let me have a look now. Let's try that. Yes, it's definitely not showing. Let's try on this one. Right. So, right. So this has come up. Obviously Elvis. Let's just get it. This is the last couple of comments I got from Elvis Police. Let me just have a look, see if there's any like just done comments. No, they're all about half an hour ago. Oh, actually, I wonder if I can just click on your name. No, it's not letting me. Pretty annoying. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's okay because we can deal with it. I can look it up another time. So I was going to do an experiment today. I was gonna try and upload some shorts with you guys. Like I uploaded 10 shorts about 3 days ago. They've all had brilliant views. These are shorts that I did 18 months ago. Yeah, I feel that we need to start uploading these shorts because we've got many more new subscribers now. We get much higher views than we did 2 years ago because of the channel has grown. So I want to start posting some of these shorts. I thought, oh, we'll do it together. We'll actually post them together. But I did want to try and read some comments because you guys keep sending me comments. I never read them out because we're tied up with all the different topics that we're covering. So I'm just going to randomly click on some comments, read a couple of comments, and then I'm going to try and upload a couple of videos with you guys. So make it a bit more interactive. So let's have a look. I took some pictures this morning. I'll tell you what, I am so impressed with your comments. Your comments are just highly detailed, thought out, intelligent, smart, interesting, informative, educational. Your comments, guys, seriously. Right, I'm just gonna read this one. It's reasonably long. It's by Linda. So is this the Linda on here? It could be. Linda, is that you? Are we going to put you on the spot now and embarrass you? Linda, you're here. Is this you? Hi, Michelle. Hi, Jean. Oh, not you. Can't see it. Let me get a bit closer. It starts off by saying, it makes me angry when anyone references his temper. Oh, thanks, Linda. So it makes me angry. Now, I think we do every now and then. You always hear Elvis's temper being brought up. I think I was reading a bit of this book. Linda, I was reading. Linda, I was reading your book yesterday with my daughter. Yeah, found it very interesting. And Linda, I discovered your little notes. I didn't know they were there that you put in. Let me just see if I can find them. Now, Linda sent me this book all the way from America. I actually love this book. I'm definitely going to start reading some of this book. But I want to gradually go through Linda's notes before I delve into it because it's pretty complex. It's Linda basically showing us that Linda Thompson, there's another side to her. Yeah, she's not. So you got all your little green slips. Yeah, Linda, and me and Yasmin were going through your green slips. We were reading your green slips. She found it really interesting. She's 8 years old, Yasmin, and she loved all your labeling that you put in this book. I showed her the referencing, just so you know, Linda, that your hard work is appreciated. I showed her your referencing to the slips and you highlighting certain parts of the book to make it easier for me. So don't forget, it's very appreciated, all this hard work you did. Please don't think I didn't appreciate it. I seriously do. All right, but I do feel that to give your book and your hard work merit, I have to read these notes properly and understand your color scheme properly. Yeah, so it was fun. Right, Linda, I tell you what, that must have took you a week to do that. That's a lot of hard work. I really like that book, and I'm going to try and read a chapter of it very soon. Right, so let's read Linda's comment. So Linda, it makes, I said it was the Linda show, didn't I? When we first started, I said it's the Linda show. And we've got, how many Lindas have we got? We've got 2 Lindas on. Linda, you're so organized. I'll say yes. Very, very impressive, Linda. Right. It makes me angry when anyone references his temper. Now, it's true. Many people that are trying to be negative about Elvis always bring up his temper. Usually, Priscilla, obviously the news article that we read out last night, late last night. I'm sorry about last night, guys. I didn't realize that Angie was on. Yeah, I just want you guys to know. If I knew Angie T and Taro's was on, I would not have done a live because I respect her. I love her channel. In no way did I want to affect the amount of people going onto her live stream. So next time I will be more careful because I'm a bit annoyed at myself that my live started at the same time as Angie. Angie, I apologize for that. Didn't realize you were live. It won't happen again. I don't want to go live at the same time as other channels that I admire, like Serge Delmar, like Presley Mania, like Tenderly Loving Elvis, Shauna, and like Angie's. I'll try and be a bit more careful. Yeah. Obviously, we can watch them on the replay, but on the live streams, I like to jump over and support these channels. So I would have liked to have gone on to Angie's live, go on to Serge Delmar's live. I like to join Shauna's live. I like to join, I don't think Presley Mania, I don't think Rhonda does lives, but I think she should. Rhonda, if you watch this, I do think you should do lives. It's a great way of interacting. I just think that when you do lives, that people get to know you as a person. It isn't just about the Elvis chat and the Elvis community. It's also, there's a link, a direct link, I think. I definitely think Rhonda should do live streams, 100%. So Rhonda, let's see you live. All right, I didn't even know that. So yeah, So you've just told me that Shauna was live as well. I'm so sorry, guys. That won't happen again. That will not happen again. So hi Luann. Louis got back from my daughter's, got my supper, and you all. No, all right. Hi Luann, how are you? I just messed up last night, didn't I? But it was a very good live though, because of that news article that I wanted to break down and be critical of, which I thought was very, very cruel to Elvis, even to Lisa Marie. And I think that the fact that Priscilla participated in that news article in 1983, just before she released the book Elvis for Me, I think it was just before Dallas came out. I think it was disgusting. I think the things she said about Elvis, The lies, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes, the lies that Priscilla said about Elvis in that news article disgusted me. So guys, go back and watch that live stream. It's diabolical, the things that she was saying about Elvis, how she portrayed her life as a prisoner in gravestands, which is just ridiculous, and just the things that she said about Elvis in that write-up, and that she allowed that newspaper company to say such embarrassing, humiliating things about Elvis that were lies, in my opinion, was so wrong. So you will enjoy that. Jump back, watch it on the replay, and you're going to think, it's quite upsetting. It's quite a serious live stream, but it needed to be broken down and spoken about. So hi David. Let's have a look. There was a pretty cool interview with Cassandra Peterson posted today where she shares how meeting Elvis and what he told her changed her life. Oh, that's interesting. Right, okay, I'm going to read this. So it makes me angry when anyone references his temper. Louis, a few videos ago, you played an Elvis interview where he spoke about his temper early on. He had self-awareness, and of all us fly off the handle. Yeah, we do. I've got a temper. I don't go crazy, but I do have a temper. And when under pressure, none of us have ever experienced that kind of pressure. Well, that's true. Yeah. Trapped by fame, trapped by responsibility, trapped by obligation, not knowing who he could trust, vulnerable in every way. Worse, trapped by physical pain, not knowing who cared about Elvis, the man versus the image, forced into marriage. And it says here, so many have said so. My view is that I think there was a small part of Elvis that obviously wanted to get married. I do think Elvis probably loved Priscilla. He probably did, yeah. I do think he was taken by her beauty, as most men were. But do I think Elvis wanted to get married? Nah, he didn't want to get married. And do I think Elvis was forced to get married? I think forced is a bit too extreme a word. I do think the pressure was strong. Yeah, I do think there was a lot of pressure on Elvis to do the right thing, to fulfill his promises, not just by Vernon or Priscilla's parents or Colonel Tom Parker, but also by his own beliefs, his own religious beliefs, his own moral compass. Yeah, Elvis had a moral compass that was instilled in him through the Bible, through his teachings of Jesus, going to church. And I think that side of him, the inner voice that tells you to do the right thing, was also part of the reason why Elvis in the end gave in to pressure and went ahead with the wedding to Priscilla. I also think he was pretty taken by how sexy and beautiful she was. She was a beautiful girl. He married her at nearly 22. Now, I know that it's saying now in the book, Lisa Marie now is saying that they had sex when she was 18. Now, because Lisa has said this, I think it's probably true, yeah? Do we agree? Do any of you guys agree with that point? Did I read that right? I might have read that on a review. So a lot of the stuff I've done with the book From Here to the Great Unknown has not been through just reading. It's been through audio tapes and reviews that I'm watching on YouTube. I've watched a lot of reviews on YouTube now of the book From Here to the Great Unknown. Trapped by fame, trapped by responsibility, trapped by allegations, not knowing who he could trust, which must be massive, guys. Vulnerable in every way, worse, trapped by physical pain, serious, chronic medical conditions Elvis had to put up with and hide from the world, from his audience, from his own family, from the Memphis Mafia. Elvis was a very proud man. So some of his problems, like I would say, his autoimmune problems with inflammation to do with his stomach, to do with going to the toilet, must have been pretty embarrassing, guys. Not just towards the Memphis Mafia, but towards his own wife. Don't forget, I had ulcerative colitis. I know what it's like. It's not nice. You need steroids. Thankfully, the carnivore diet, the keto diet has cured me. So I'm back to normal. But could you imagine Elvis with his twisted colon, his mega colon, serious constipation? Yeah. Not knowing who he could trust, vulnerable in every way, was trapped by physical pain, not knowing who cared about Elvis, the man versus the image. Come on, who were the ones that really truly cared about Elvis? It was Lisa, wasn't it? Lisa's the only one that we can 100% say Elvis was your dad, Elvis was a human being. Yeah. Everyone else, there was a financial benefit. Everyone. Now, I think Vernon obviously worshipped his son, but Vernon did like the benefits of the money as well. I know some of you have views about Vernon that aren't all good. So Vernon, yeah, it's difficult. It's complicated, isn't it? Because don't forget, Vernon went through a very difficult life as a kid, as a teenager, as a young man. You got World War II. Yeah. Vernon had a tough life, guys. So how that affected Elvis, their relationship, their friendship, father and son, was complicated. They would argue. They would argue. They were both a man's man, weren't they? Like, so trapped by obligations, not knowing who he could trust. I look at Vernon like, what's his name? What's the name of the cowboy superstar? John Wayne. John Wayne. I see Vernon as John Wayne. Does anyone do that? Anyone see Vernon as John Wayne? Yeah, Vernon. I know actually even Elvis was admired John Wayne, didn't he? Now John Wayne was old school, wasn't he, guys? He was old school. Yeah. Not knowing who cared about Elvis is the man versus the image, forced into marriage. So many have said so. Being humiliated by Priscilla. Again, this is why I love this comment, Linda. He was humiliated by Priscilla because it was such a public divorce, such a public marriage, a public birth of Lisa Marie. Everything was so public. So the Mike Stone thing, massively public. The whole world watched Priscilla go off with Mike Stone and take Lisa with her. It was just, I can't think of anything more embarrassing. If me and my wife split up and then it was in all the papers around the world, pictures of my wife with her new boyfriend. So you think about what Elvis went through. It's unbelievable, unbelievable, shocking. But he put on that handsome face, that beautiful voice, and he just got on with life. After the, well, he did it twice. After Steve Peck, he goes on to do the 68 comeback special, which was fantastic. Elvis, even after catching Priscilla being unfaithful with the dance instructor, Steve Peck, goes on to massive success. Even after the Mike Stone affair, which was massively humiliating. Around 1971, she's seeing him secretly for a year. She demands the divorce in 72. But then Elvis is off out there, having the best comeback in Vegas. I think 69, 70, 71, 72. They were amazing years for Elvis in Vegas. No one's ever topped it, have they? Elvis has been the most successful act in Vegas ever, even though his marriage was falling apart. Priscilla was being seriously unfaithful. But Elvis is still like a king, isn't he? He's still riding high on a crest of a wave. Yeah, I don't think we really start to see the sense of things going wrong. I think around 74, maybe some of you will disagree. I don't think we see things going wrong until around 74. Yeah. Don't forget, by 1974, Elvis is more or less 40. So he went through that horrible time that with Priscilla's unfaithfulness twice, and the divorce settlements, with a proud look on his face. He just got on with life. He faced the future, always still looking fantastic. After 73, things start to change. 74, 75, it starts to, I think the medication starts to take a hold. His chronic illnesses, obviously, come on, of course he's going to be affected by his relationships, that he had a few. Some say that Linda Thompson helped him through. I read a comment the other day that Vernon Presley at the funeral, at Elvis's funeral, Vernon Presley thanked Linda Thompson for keeping Elvis alive through the bad years. Is that true? Linda, do you think that's true? You've read the book. Linda, did Vernon thank Linda Thompson for keeping Elvis alive through the tough years after him and Priscilla split up, after the Mike Stone affair? It's just something I read. Let's just check your comments, guys. Let's have a look. Elvis said she was heartless, had no feelings, it was bringing him down. Let's have a look. That was Pat. Hi, Pat. Good morning to you. Yeah, SK. I see Elvis like John Wayne. I do. Elvis loved America. He loved America. This is something else that I read about Elvis. His attitude was, if you don't like America, you know where the airport is. Yeah, I read this. He said it in a different way. It was like, love it or leave it. Yeah, if you don't like America, love it or leave it. That was Elvis's attitude. I think he had issues with Jane Fonda. Am I right about that? He wasn't happy with Jane Fonda, the way that we know that she was a real activist, wasn't she? I think anti-Vietnam War and all the rest of it. I think Elvis's attitude was, well, why are you in America if you're making America look bad? Now, I don't have views on this because I'm not from America, so I'm not going to get political with you guys. I'm just repeating comments that were said. Yeah. Now, Jane Fonda is one of the most beautiful women that ever lived, isn't she? Yeah. And I really like John Wayne. So Elvis was a very proud American, proud to serve his country, always defended America. We know that, don't we, guys? Forced into marriage, being humiliated by Priscilla, raked over the coals financially. You guys know my views. Priscilla ripped that man off. In my opinion, for entertainment purposes, Priscilla on the second divorce settlement completely ripped Elvis off. She should never have had that second divorce settlement. She'd agreed to not go back for more money. That was done in writing. Part of the first divorce settlement was that she could not go back for more money, but she did. She broke the agreement. She used lawyers to go back, accused Elvis of fraud, hiding his assets, hiding his income, and the judge allowed her to go back for a second divorce settlement. And I think she took him to the cleaners and ripped him off, even arranging for this deed of trust, this lien to be placed on Graceland, Elvis's home, Gladys's home. So she was brutal. I'm disgusted by that second divorce settlement. There is no excuse for it, because Elvis was always going to look after Priscilla, always, no matter what. Of course, he adores his only child, Lisa Marie Presley. He'd do anything for her. Yeah. There's no way Priscilla was ever going to be short of money, homeless. You know, she was always going to have a great life, Priscilla. She didn't need to take him to the cleaners on that second divorce settlement. She should be ashamed of herself for that second divorce settlement. Just that second divorce settlement alone was so cruel on so many levels, so many levels. Anyway, you guys know my views on that. Let's have a look. Raked over the coals financially, all while his pain and loneliness and vulnerability increased. I'm not going to add to that. That says it all. It appears to me that he actually felt that he had to buy people's affection. And if that's true, that is sad. If that's true, that is sad. Now, I want to ask myself that question. Do I think Elvis felt that he had to buy people's affection? I would say it was more that if things were going wrong, he would try and win people over by giving gifts. Yeah. It's complicated, guys. It's complicated. Also, when we admire someone, they lose their cool. It's more upsetting and we take it to the heart. Okay, I agree with that. You really like someone, then you see another side to them, you take it very personally. Yeah? So chances are those around Elvis took it more personally. In my opinion, anyone who talks about his temper is over-exaggerating, or they aren't smart enough to really understand the human nature. I do think, I mean, we've read so many things about Elvis's temper. Yeah. But I don't see what the big deal is. Yeah, if Elvis had a temper, so what? Come on. Is there anyone on this channel right now that has never lost their temper? Everyone loses their temper at some point in life. It just makes him more human. I just thought I need to tell everyone we're live. I haven't told everyone we're live, and I just realized I forgot to do it. Let me just quickly say it. So that was a brilliant comment, Linda. Right, let's quickly tell everyone. Otherwise everyone's going to tell me off for not telling them. We're not in a rush. I dyed my hair the other day, and all my hands have gone black. Got black fingernails. Right, let's have a look. Okay. So how is everyone this morning? How is it all going? While I do this quickly, create this link and let everyone know that we're live. Please tell everyone if you're connected to them. So what I do, I just create a link and then I share it. I'll show you the link. Right, we go to here, we go to live. There we go. See, look, this is us live, yeah? I'll show you. See, look, this is us live, yeah? I'll show you. Oh, hang on. Just 1 second. Sorry, guys, it just blanked me off the screen. Here we go. Where are we? Oh, what? Typical. Right, 1 second, guys. It's just blanked me off. Are you still getting me? 1 second. I dropped the phone, didn't I? Sorry, guys. It just blanked me off the screen. Let me just get it up. Here we go. Where are we? Oh, what? Typical. Right. 1 second, guys. It's just blanked me off. Are you still getting me? So annoying. I dropped the phone, didn't I? Just blanked me off the screen. I know you can hear me. Here we go. Where are we? Oh, what? Here we go. Aha! We're back. That was just annoying. So look. Are you still getting me? Yeah, that's you guys. So annoying. So now what I do, I click share. Let's get a copy. Okay, and then I will share that. What we're doing now, we'll just transfer, and I'll transfer it over to the Team Elvis chat. We've got 2 Team Elvis chats on the Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page. Most of you use the one that is on the Defending Elvis Presley, but you've got one link to my name, Louis Macreadys, and then I jump over to the Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page, and I post it. Let me see. I'll click it now. Let's let it come. So you'll see now. Yep, and then the link comes up. There it is. Is that it there? Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure that's it. You just click on that link and then you can join me. Hopefully we'll get a few more people on. Yeah, we've just jumped 10 people. Let me just put it on my own personal name, Louis. Yeah, it's on there. Okay, right. So we're on there. And if you guys can, share it around. Click the share button. Share it to any of your friends that are also on Defending Elvis Presley, because we like to get the numbers up when we're live. Let's just read some of your comments. Now, we're going to do an experiment today. We're going to try and post a video. What's this? Post a video whilst we're on air, a little short clip. And we're going to carry on reading comments. Now, that comment was brilliant, Linda. So, my husband before got married had a picture of John Wayne above his bed, and I told him I love John Wayne too, but I don't need him looking down on us. I made him put it in the man cave. If only Lisa was 10 years older when Elvis passed away, it would be completely different. Yes, great Lady of the Lake. Such a good comment. I apologize for not saying hi to each of you individually. I'm listening, but getting ready for work. Hi, Michelle. Elvis was trying to look everyone else. He couldn't put himself first. I've always thought that about Elvis. Everyone else came first. I've always thought that. He was always trying to please everyone. Right, I'm gonna go backwards on the comments. Otherwise, we're never gonna catch up. Trudy, I'm happy to be listening to live. I'm here for a short while. It's 3:45 a.m. I'm going back to sleep soon. Obviously in the UK, the time is only 10:46 a.m. But many of you are going to wake up later in America, around the world. Good morning. Get yourself a coffee. This is going to be a nice live stream, I hope. Enjoy it, guys. Right. Let's quickly check these comments. We were talking about Jane Fonda. At least she had a good plastic surgeon, not like Priscilla. They put... Yeah, I've always thought Jane Fonda is one of the sexiest women that ever lived. Yeah, but from a political point of view in America, it's very different, isn't it? I don't care for what kind of drug problem he had. I don't care what kind of a temper he had. I love the guy, and nothing could change my mind. Thank you, Salvatore. Let's have a look. She had a lot of plastic surgery. Yes. It's just funny that when I heard concert, he interrupted the song to tell Priscilla to listen to the words. It made me think, well, I know what you're talking about, Salvatore, but people have different versions of it, different points of view on that, don't they? Yeah. When he told Scylla, listen, it was because she and her friends were talking and not paying attention. There's one version. Yeah, we don't really know what happened. When Elvis was in Vegas in 1974, he was singing It's Midnight, and he told Priscilla to listen to the words, and he said, I miss you. Who really knows what he's going through? Again, Salvatore, I see there's that point of view as well. So it's complicated, guys. Now, I'll give you my little take on it. They was going through a very complicated divorce settlement. I'm not really sure if by 1974 the second divorce settlement had started. I know that the second divorce settlement was still going on in 1977. So maybe they were going through an in-between divorce settlement stage where they were getting on better. That's possible. It was official in 73. Maybe by 74, Elvis had calmed down a bit. They could have had a period of sort of being friends. I've always thought that the reason Elvis stayed friends with Priscilla was for Lisa. He didn't want Priscilla to have the power to stop him seeing Lisa, who he adored. So I've always thought he kept Priscilla sweet. I've always thought that because he worshipped Lisa so much. Any hint of anything that would stop him seeing Lisa, so he kept on this front, this friendship, because they all say that when they had the divorce, they left holding hands. I've always thought that was a front to keep Lisa, He was so worried about Lisa being taken away from him. And Priscilla would let Lisa stay at Graceland's for the summers. So I've always thought that's why Elvis always agreed to all the money things, all the money obligations. Yeah. So, you know, keep her on side. I want to see Lisa as much as I can. So he would just give her what she asked for. I've always thought that. Yeah. And I don't think Elvis thought that she was going to go back and hammer him for this horrific second divorce settlement. I don't think Elvis thought she was going to do that and be so cruel with it. She was very cruel, wasn't she, with that second divorce settlement? Anyway, I'm going to read another comment, but before I do that, I thought let's try and download a video. So I'll show you how I download a video. I thought I'd do it with you guys. Right, let's have a look. So let me just quickly just check I haven't missed anything. Oh my God. All right. Oh my God. It's okay. We're going to read things out. Right. Okay. So we're going to go to my old shorts. Now, the way I do it, I click on shorts. So that loads of my shorts come up. You guys know I've been making shorts for quite a few years. I've done thousands. I think there's over 4,000 shorts. I don't actually know the exact figure. I go to most viewed. Now, if you look, guys, there's the shorts. Look at the views that they get. 757,000, 703,000, 535,000, 519,000. Oh, thanks, Salvatore. Was more cruel if Priscilla talks about his sweetness and loneliness and then uses that insecurity against him. So a lot of these shorts that we created, they're mini documentaries. Each one took about 5 hours to make. They were very complicated. There was videos, pictures, editorial. I had to re-image everything because I didn't want YouTube to copyright me. So that's why you see all the things spinning, because I was trying to make sure that YouTube wasn't going to block any of these shorts I made. And I think it's been probably 2 to 3 years. Many of these videos are well over a year old. I think we need to start reposting them, but looking at them from a different point of view. Looking at them from the point of view of defending Elvis, defending Lisa Marie, defending the bloodline. So we posted 11 the other day. So I thought I'm just going to click on one and post it with you guys. So let's just pick one. Right, now you're not going to like this, but I'm going to do it. Let's click it. How Elvis proposed to me. Okay, Priscilla Presley, how Elvis proposed to me. I'm going to play it to you, then we're going to download it and upload it together, Team Elvis, yeah?
It was around Christmas, and Elvis was really excited that night and very enthusiastic, and I thought that it was basically because he always loved giving gifts. It was a really happy time. And he had something behind his back. He wouldn't let me see. He goes, okay, I want you to close your eyes. And he got on his knees and he says, I want you to open this. And then I open up the box, and it was this beautiful, beautiful engagement ring and wedding band and a ring with diamonds all over. And I was absolutely shocked. You know, it's time for us to get married, he said, you know, and it was like just sweetness all over. And we hugged, and when I came down, he was showing my hand to everybody. And he was just really happy. And that's when we basically made our announcement that night.
Well, it was about time, right?
Yes.
That's should be. But 21 was a good age to get married, isn't it?
Okay. Right. So we've got complicated views on that. Obviously, she talks about this beautiful time when Elvis proposed. She describes it. I remember making that video. I pieced all the different bits together. Now, remember, this is before Defending Elvis evolved. So my view was very much to go along. This is before we became Defending Elvis, to go along with this. I'd been brainwashed, like many millions of people have been brainwashed by the bullshit, haven't we? Going way back to the 60s and 70s and 80s. So I didn't make that video to be anti-Priscilla. I just made the video because I thought it was a cute story about how Elvis and Priscilla got engaged. Yeah, before Defending Elvis Presley came about. So there's no, I'm not, what's the word? I'm not taking sides. When I made that 2 years ago, 2.5, could be 2.5 years ago, it was just me telling a story in a minute, because my shorts were all about telling a story within a minute. Okay. So what I do now is, let me just show you what I do. I know you can hear me. Right, let me just get back onto the, so then this is how we do it, guys. Now, I do have YouTube Premium, so I don't know, are you saying that we can only download videos if you got Premium? I didn't know that. So what we do, so I go to the video. So it's the, I'll try and get it up to the camera. So it's the one at the top. Yeah, see the 3 dots? You got the 3 dots. Priscilla Presley, how Elvis proposed to me. So then you click on the 3 dots, and one of them will say download to, no, share, no, save to device. So I'll quickly share off, I'll click save to device. Yeah, so it's saving to device. See it downloading. Now, then you press OK. Then I go to my video section. You see the word video. So you click video. So now I want to add it. So at the top, you see the plus icon. You see that, guys? Now I click the plus icon. This comes up. This comes up, yeah? All my videos. So then all I do is I click on the video. Okay, so the video comes up. This is how I upload old videos, okay? So the video comes up. Now, let's choose the title together. Yeah, you might have to do premium. I pay £16 a month to have YouTube Premium, okay? Now, let's choose a title together. Now, the title is How Elvis Proposed to Me. Now, I want to change the title to Defending Elvis. I want to make that short into a Defending Elvis short. Now, we know that she's telling us a beautiful story on how Elvis proposed to her. Yeah. What should we call it? I'll give you a bit of an idea. Because we think Elvis was forced to marry. Oh, thanks, Salvatore. Salvatore's a member. Yes. Please join, guys. It's only $1 a month. Salvatore, thank you so much. When we get to 100 members, we're going to do private live streams. So any of you that send me a super thanks or a super thank you, or get me a coffee or join up, it means everything to me. I'm very childish. I like to be treated. I love it. Right. So you figured out how to do it. I finally figured out how to do it. Salvatore, you've worked it out. Yes. Thank you. You know it means everything to me. It's very, very important to me. So, yes, let's all welcome Salvatore as a member. Right. Anyway, so let's think of a title, guys. So we're downloading this video. Now we are defending Elvis now. So I don't want to call that video how Elvis proposed to me. I want to call it something more like, was it a fake marriage? Do any of you have any suggestions what to call it? I want you guys to pick the title. Could it be, how can I say it? Was Elvis forced to marry Priscilla? So Teresa says she is a liar. Elvis did not want to marry her. Union under pressure. I think we have to use the word Elvis or Priscilla, but something with that. How I took Elvis for a mug. Linda, that's funny. Priscilla's PR team is working overtime since Lisa's book has come out. She's losing a lot of fan base now, and Priscilla is coming out even more, saying horrible things about Elvis and Lisa, even worse than before. Now, I think, yes, more of the public know about her wrongdoing. Of course they do, because of the book, From Here to the Great Unknown. But her fans are very loyal. Priscilla's fans are very loyal. She can do no wrong. She can do no wrong. So SK, Elvis marriage proposal. Well, SK, I'm trying to do this from the point of view of defending Elvis. So I want the title to have something like, I betrayed Elvis, or Elvis was tricked into marrying. I want it to have a defending Elvis tone. Wedding, engaged, so Elvis and Priscilla marriage, true or false? Oh, I like that. I'm going to go with that. Pamela, are you new? Pamela, welcome to Team Elvis. I'm going to go with that. Yes, Pamela, I like your style. Right, I'm going to go with Pamela's. So Elvis and Priscilla's, let's have a look. Let me just get it right. Marriage, true or false? Marriage. I can't spell, guys. My spelling is terrible. And then in capitals, true or false. And I'll have a question mark so that people can comment, yeah? Are we all agreed on that, guys? I think that's a good one. Look. Pamela, let us know where you're from. Have you been on our show before? Elvis and Priscilla's marriage. Actually, I want to get the word Presley in there as well because it gets more views. Presley. You do need to get the words Elvis, Priscilla, all that, so that when people are searching on Google or on YouTube, it gets more views. Elvis and Priscilla Presley's marriage, true or false? Let's upload. It only takes a second to upload. So look, we'll do it together. So there's the upload button. Now it's uploading. We go to the videos. Let's have a look. Is it gonna, where are we? Content. Let's go to the upload section. See if I can see it. Come on, I want to do it so that it's trying to show me. We go to shorts. It might have already uploaded. Let's have a look. Here we go. It's just uploaded. So at first it goes blank. See the blank bit at the top? Elvis and Priscilla Presley. See, look, we've just uploaded a video together. Team Elvis. Right, let's click on it.
It was around Christmas, and Elvis was really
Thanks,
excited
Linda.
that night, and very enthusiastic, and I thought that it was basically because he always loved giving gifts, and it was a really happy time. And he had something behind his back he wouldn't let me see. He goes, okay, I want you to close your eyes. And he got on his knees.
UK.
He says, I want you to open this. And then I open up the box, and it was this beautiful, beautiful engagement ring and wedding band, and a ring with diamonds all over. And I was absolutely shocked. You know, it's time for us to get married, he said, you know, and it was like just sweetness all over. And we hugged, and when I came down, he was showing my hand to everybody. And he was just really happy. And that's when we basically made our announcement that night.
Well, it was about time, right?
Yes,
That's should be. But 21 was a good age to get married.
Yeah.
So she actually admits that she's 21 there. Yeah, thankfully. Okay, I think we'll do one more, and then we're going to read another comment. Yeah. So yeah, have a great day, Linda. Thank you for letting us read your message. Michelle, thank you. That's so kind. Michelle, thank you. I'm going to enjoy that. When I'm going out today for the day, I'm going to use your money to get me a nice coffee from Costa Coffee. We're going tobogganing today, tobogganing, and in this tobogganing place, yeah, which is like skiing down a hillside, there's a lovely cafe there that sells coffee, and I'm going to use your money for that coffee. So anyone want to buy me a cake? Thank you so much, Michelle. Right, let's do another one. Okay. Let me just, right, well, so we'll go to the menu again. We'll do another one together with Team Elvis, yeah? So, okay. So we're going to go to, we have to go to shorts. Then I go most viewed. Now we're going for the 12th comment. The 12th comment, yeah? So we've just done the get engaged one. Let me just find it. Right, the next one. Right, let me just click on it a minute. I'm going to, Priscilla Presley and Lisa Marie talk about the real Elvis. Okay, so this one, we're going to download it and upload it with a new title. Okay, now before I do it, I'm going to play it. Right, I'm going to let it play twice because I want to warm up my coffee or warm up my tea. So I'm going to put it on the stand. Now, I did notice, guys, on my dog walk yesterday, that did any of you notice on the dog walk live stream, the camera was being noisy. It was every time I took a step, it was making a noise. It was juddering. So hopefully that won't happen today. Did any of you notice that? It made it quite hard to watch. So I'm going to try. I think it might have been because I had it extended too long. So hopefully I'll extend it less. So that doesn't happen again. So I'll play it twice while I warm up my tea.
It was great for practical jokes or just creating an effect.
You also got a kick out of making everybody panic and freak out. When you get in a car with him when he was behind the wheel, this could be your last minute. Same thing with the plane. All of a sudden, the captain will come on out and please fasten your seatbelts as you was going to land the plane.
Let me just. Oh, sorry, guys.
Like everybody would stick their head
There you
between
go.
their knees, hide or something, you know, bury themselves in
Okay,
the
I'm
seat.
gonna
It was just like
warm
one
up
of
my
those
tea.
good God moments. He always liked the danger.
Totally insane. For a number of years.
He would do anything. In the beginning, I guess the Bible was the most important book to him. We had, a bunch of people over, and he'd preach out of the Bible, which was funny because his stories were entirely different than what was in the Bible. I mean, he had a whole other version, very flamboyant, very expressive, and very funny.
Elvis was great for practical jokes or just creating an effect.
You also got a kick out of making everybody panic and freak out. When you get in a car with him when he was behind the wheel, this could be your last minute. Same thing with the plane. All of a sudden, the captain would come on out and please fasten your seatbelts as he was going to land the plane. And it was just like everybody would stick their head between their knees, hide or something, bury themselves in the seat. It was just like one of those good God moments. He always liked the danger.
Totally insane. for a number of years.
That he would do anything. In the beginning, I guess the Bible was the most important book to him. We had, a bunch of people over, and he'd preach out of the Bible, which was funny because his stories were entirely different than what was in the Bible. I mean, he had a whole version, very flamboyant, very expressive, and very funny.
Elvis was great for practical jokes or just creating an effect.
He also got a kick out of making everybody panic and freak out. When you get in a car with him when he was behind the wheel, this could be your last minute. Same thing with the plane. All of a sudden, the captain would come on out and please fasten your seatbelt because he was going to land the plane. And it was just like everybody would stick their head between their knees, hide or something, bury themselves in the seat. It was just like one of those, oh, good God moments. He always liked the danger.
Totally insane. For a number of years.
That he would do anything. In the beginning, I guess the Bible was the most important book to him. We had, a bunch of people over, and he'd preach out of the Bible, which was funny because his stories were entirely different than what was in the Bible. I mean, he had a whole version, very flamboyant, very expressive, and very funny.
Okay, let me just stop that.
Elvis was great for
I mean, that video, let me just pause it. I mean, that covers a lot of different points. That I find it hilarious, Elvis landing the aeroplane. I'll check your comments quickly. So I've warmed up my tea. So Pamela is in Lincoln in the UK. Pamela, welcome to Team Elvis. We love new people. Have you known about our channel very long? You're very welcome here. Let's just read some comments. Louis, I have a question for you. Is the cult involved in Priscilla gets buried at Graceland? Do they have any say? You're obviously talking about Scientology. I have no idea. Now, hopefully, Riley Q has nothing to do with Scientology. Now. It's complicated, isn't it? Because Danny Q, I know we all find that Danny Q seems to be like a real genuine, decent guy, but the truth is he's from Scientology, isn't he? He originates from Scientology. Lisa and Danny met at Scientology. So the answer to your question, I like to feel that we can trust Riley, and I hope not. I hope not. That's my answer to Pat. I don't know. I'm just a fan at home having a cup of tea. So it's just my feeling is we can trust Riley. I trust Riley, yeah, and I fully support Riley. So let's just keep going. Now we're gonna pick a title for that video in a second. Pat, I don't think so. It will be down to permissions from Memphis Local Authority and Elvis Presley Enterprises, trustees. Yeah, there's many people in the decision process. Also, Joel Weishankar as well, and obviously Riley. So maybe even the twins will be involved. So it's a complex thing, isn't it? So we will never know. Yeah, Pamela, the petition to stop Priscilla being buried next to Elvis, and my views are that there's no way Priscilla should be buried next to Elvis. No way. She lost that right 40 odd years ago, 50 years ago. As soon as she was unfaithful and stole all his money, in my opinion, she has now spent the last 40 years harming his reputation, his image, his legacy. She lost the right to ever be next to him, and all right, is that Michelle has become a member? Michelle, yeah, you've worked it out. Thank you, Michelle. I love you being a member. That's so kind of you, Michelle. Thank you very, very much. Anyone that becomes a member, guys, it really means a lot to me. It really, really does. So thank you, Michelle. So let me just have a look here. So what we're saying is how can I explain it? Is that if the whole world of Graceland has become very complex, hasn't it? It's very much all different people. So we have Joel Weishenker, we've got Jack Sodden, we've got Riley, Finley and Harper somehow in the background as well. Then we've got, like Michelle says, about Memphis. What's she called? Yeah. Then we've got, you know, the trustees, Elvis Presley Enterprise. It's just, she just shouldn't. The fans, the Elvis fans, Elvis, Lisa, Riley, Finley, Harper fans, don't really want her there. Yeah. But the Priscilla fans will want her there. Remember, in my view, the Priscilla fans have been brainwashed. The Priscilla fans were brainwashed by this book. Yeah. But this book, these two books are exposing that it's not all straightforward. There's much more to the story, and that there's been some serious wrongdoing by Priscilla. So the world are just beginning to find out that Priscilla has done some naughty things. So when they do make that final decision where Priscilla will get buried, it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out. Obviously, many of you are worried that Priscilla being buried at Gracelands will be detrimental to the people visiting Gracelands. I personally think it's not going to make any difference, because I just think people will always be loyal to Elvis. They want to go and see Elvis's home, where Elvis is buried, and especially now Lisa's there, where Lisa is buried. So I do think it could cause a revolt. I do think that if it does happen, I do think at the gates of Graceland there could be a lot of anger. There could be some kind of angry sort of protesters outside Graceland. I do think there's going to be a reaction. I do think that if Priscilla gets buried at Gracelands, there's going to be a big reaction. But you're not just going to have the Elvis fans that don't want her there. You're also going to have the Priscilla supporters saying that she deserves it. Because, guys, if you go onto Google and you bring up Priscilla, you go onto a Priscilla fan page, yeah, they will all say to you that Priscilla saved Graceland, which is not true. They will all say to you that it was Priscilla's idea to do the Living Museum, which is not true. They will all say to you that Priscilla preserved Elvis's legacy, which is not true. It's the fans that have preserved Elvis's legacy. It's the fans that are trying to protect Elvis's reputation and image. I would say Priscilla has done a lot of damage, especially with the film, Priscilla Sofia Coppola's film. That did a lot of harm to Elvis. I think it undid a lot of good from Baz Luhrmann's film. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Baz Luhrmann's film, Elvis, because I do think Elvis is depicted in a way that is similar to this book. Believe it or not, you guys may disagree with me, but there's many of things in this book that is a book of lies, in my opinion, that are also in the Baz Luhrmann film. So I'm not a massive fan of the Baz Luhrmann film, but I completely accept that the Baz Luhrmann film revigorated Elvis's fame. Yeah, it brought Elvis back to the masses. You had different age generations. Oh, Pat, you're too nice. Pat bought me a coffee. That's my cake, Pat. You're paying for my cake today. I'm gonna have a cake from Pat. Thank you, Pat. You just bought me a cake. I'm going to have a naughty cake on Pat. Thank you. So this is what I was trying to say. The Baz Luhrmann film did reintroduce Elvis to a different age group. Yeah, teenagers, people in their 20s, 30s, 40s. So it did some good. We know that Lisa Marie was really proud of that film. We know that Lisa Marie loved Austin Butler. I feel that Baz Luhrmann had to keep Priscilla on side. He wanted Priscilla on side. So I think Baz Luhrmann did things in his film to keep Priscilla happy, yeah? So there are things in the Baz Luhrmann film that I'm not happy with. Now, all of the Priscilla film by Sofia Coppola, I don't like. All of it. The whole film just harms Elvis's image and reputation, harms his legacy. The whole film was about making Priscilla look good, making Priscilla look like a victim, and Elvis look bad. And that is why I cannot stand that film, the Priscilla film. Now, why Sofia Coppola chose this book to base that film on, which cost millions, yeah? I think strategically it was a massive mistake and is a big reason why that film flopped. I know why he did it, because she wanted to keep Priscilla Presley on side, because I think Sofia Coppola felt that if Priscilla was kept on side, that the film was guaranteed to be successful. Well, this was a big mistake by Sofia Coppola. Keeping Priscilla on side, doing a film based on a pack of lies, a book that she wrote in 1985, full of lies, in my opinion. I think that's why it flopped. I think that's why it failed. I think it was Sofia Coppola's biggest mistake. I completely understand why she did it, but it was a mistake. The film was a flop. Most of the things in that book are not true, are incorrect. You know, guys, I keep saying it again and again. The book Elvis and Me was created by Priscilla to reinvent facts, reinvent history, to make her look like the victim and Elvis look like the bad guy. Well, the Elvis fans were never going to like that. The Elvis fans were never going to like a film made of lies that make Elvis look bad, make Priscilla look sweet and innocent. Come on, guys. There's no mention of Priscilla's unfaithfulness in that film, the Sofia Coppola's film. It only just shows a quick clip of Mike Stone doing a karate gesture in front of Priscilla, and that's it. There's no mention of the unfaithfulness with Steve Peck, the dance instructor in 1968, weeks after Lisa Marie was born. There's no mention of the horrible divorce settlements. There's no mention of the fact that she was unfaithful twice within the marriage. Nothing. The whole thing just makes Elvis look like a druggie, a depressed man, a violent man, a groomer, a controller. The whole film is just trash. And we know that Lisa Marie did not want that film made, and we're now finding out, especially because of new information from the Bridget Cruz lawsuit, that there was a potential lawsuit about to be launched against Priscilla from Lisa Marie, and it could have been over the making of the film Priscilla, over the making of Sofia Coppola's film. Now, we found out because of Bridget Cruz's evidence in the lawsuit, there was 3 potential lawsuits about to happen just before Lisa Marie died, and Priscilla was involved in them. Yeah, all 3 of them involved Priscilla. So we don't really know all the facts yet, because it's all unfolding now as we speak. Of course, we know about the secret grandchild, the possibility of there being a secret grandchild now. Bridget Cruz joined our show and has basically said to us that there is a secret grandchild, yeah? And that there was going to be a lawsuit between Priscilla and Lisa Marie. So this is all very worrying stuff. So the film, I'm not happy with both the films. I'd like to see a new film made that shows that is more nearer. Let me just show you the book again. I have to show my books. They're my props. This book is closer to the truth. This book is truth. This book is truth. We need a film based more on the truths from Lisa Marie's own mouth, her own words, on her tapes. That's what we need, a proper book. Not this, they're all following the same story. Elvis is a child, his humble beginnings. Then they jump forward to Sun Studios, Memphis Studios. Elvis becomes an overnight sensation. Then they jump forward to his movies. Then they jump forward again to the 68 comeback special. Then the Vegas comeback. Then he becomes a druggie. And then he dies because he's binging on burgers. That is the storyline. That Priscilla leaves him because he's unfaithful. That's the storyline. And then he dies from being a drug addict. Both the films covered the same storyline. Yeah? Baz Luhrmann's film and Priscilla's film, Sofia Coppola's film. They both... So I'm not happy with either of the films. But I will accept Austin Butler. I really enjoyed Austin Butler, even though he doesn't look anything like him. I do feel that Austin Butler captured his essence, yeah, when he was young, yeah? And even in the Vegas shows, he captures Elvis well. Doesn't look anything like him, yeah? So my point is, we need a new film. We need a new film. So I'm going to read your comments and I'm going to have a go at downloading that video. So, yes, we need a proper movie. Marcy, let me go back on your comments. So lovely Pat buys me a coffee. Hit the super thank you, guys. Hit the super thanks. It helps the channel out. It helps me out. It makes me feel great. Right. Me either. Baz Luhrmann's film was based on Priscilla's narrative. Yes. And why? This is Linda Cudden. Why? Because Baz felt that he needed Lisa and Priscilla on side. More Priscilla, I would say, so the film could be a success, so she could be there at the award ceremonies, so he could proudly boast that Priscilla had given the film credibility and her backing. I understand why he did it, but even the Netflix documentary, I'm not happy. The new Netflix documentary, which I think is coming out on November the 13th, has Priscilla in it. Has Jerry Schilling in it. Why? Why do we have to keep rehashing the same old lies? Obviously, it's more based on the 68 comeback special, isn't it? The Netflix documentary. But it is rehashing the lies. You know, the same narrative. Let's keep Priscilla on side. It'll be more successful. It'll be watched more. Yeah? And so, you get what I'm saying, don't you guys? I'm worried about the Netflix documentary because it makes Priscilla look good. Now, I don't trust Jerry Schilling. He's too friendly with Priscilla, always has been. Jerry Schilling, as much as he's a likable guy and he's written a lovely book, we know that Elvis bought him a lovely house. We know that Jerry is very proud of Elvis. He's very proud of his friendship with Elvis. He speaks really well of Elvis, yeah? But he is way too close to Priscilla and always has been, going way back to the 60s. And there is a lot of financial entanglement between Jerry and Priscilla. So I'm worried. There's a possibility that they had a romance more than once. Jerry Schilling and Priscilla. I know that may upset some of you, but it's possible. I don't hate Jerry Schilling, but I think he has questions to answer. There's also a thing where Jerry Schilling had to keep Priscilla happy to make money. To make money. Everybody, once Priscilla became in control of Gracelands, you know, way back in the 80s, everything went through Priscilla. Priscilla had almighty power. She was the boss of Gracelands, the boss of Elvis Presley Enterprises. So Priscilla was like God in the Elvis world when it came to Gracelands and Elvis Presley Enterprises. So if anything was going to be done, it went through Priscilla, including the Memphis Mafia, including documentaries, biographies, movies, TV dramas. It all went through Priscilla. She had almighty power. This worries me. This worries me. Obviously, she's not there now. They've kicked her out now. They've kicked her out of EPE and Graceland. Yeah, I don't think Riley and Priscilla like each other. I think Riley, secretly behind the scenes, can't stand Priscilla. That's just my view. Louis at home in his kitchen. That's just how I feel. I think Riley released this book to defend Lisa. Riley Keough made sure this book was released and promoted and a bestseller to defend her mother. Everything that we need to know is in this book to defend Lisa Marie to defend Elvis. Yeah, everything. It's all here. Alleged abuse from Michael Edwards. Terrible parenting by Priscilla, who turned a blind eye when Edwards, her boyfriend, allegedly was abusing Lisa for years. It's all here, guys. It's all here. So let's just watch this space with that. Let's just read some more. Okay. The Priscilla film was pathetic. It was terrible. It's one of the worst films I've ever watched. Jacob Elordi was terrible. The girl was very pretty, as Priscilla is, but she didn't hardly speak. The girl who played Priscilla in Sofia Coppola's film, Priscilla, didn't speak. She just smiled, made funny faces, acted like a victim. Yeah? Priscilla was no victim. Elvis was the victim. I repeat, Priscilla wants us all to think she is the poor victim. She ain't. Elvis was the victim. Elvis was the victim. Right. I believe there is a current set limit to the number of grave plots. Yep. It is 6, but they can just reapply, can't they? They just reapply. We don't. Money speaks volumes. Money will get another grave in the meditation garden. You wait and see if it happens. If it happens. I'm not convinced it's going to happen. My gut feeling is that she may not be buried there. So it's 50-50 from my gut feeling. Worse Elvis related. Yeah, it's just terrible. The only good thing about the Priscilla film from Sofia Coppola is the settings. They do the settings of the Graceland Mansion, which they built in Australia, is really good. The settings of the 1950s cafe where Priscilla meets Elvis, where she meets Cary Grant, is really good. But the storyline is terrible. Terrible. And no Elvis music. And we know why there's no Elvis music. Because Joel Weishampfer and Elvis Presley Enterprises did not want that film to be made. Priscilla went against Joel Weishampfer and Elvis Presley Enterprises' wishes to get that film made. Yeah? Priscilla was going to do whatever it took to get a film made about her. Finally, a film about me, Priscilla Presley. Finally, the world is going to see the truth. Finally, I can proudly show how I was the victim of Elvis. Finally, my book that I lied about, that I made up, Elvis had no involvement in this book. Elvis had been dead 7 years when this book was made. Finally, they're going to make a film about me and my lies. The whole world will see the truth. Not the truth. But Sofia Coppola was a mug and went with it. Probably the biggest mistake in her career. She went and made a film about Elvis and Priscilla that was bullshit and has squandered a fortune. And someone told me that Priscilla may have lost $20 million trying to make that film. And even Bridget Cruz, the lawsuit, has said to us that Barry Siegel brokered the deal to Sofia Coppola to get that film made. Now remember, Barry Siegel ripped off Lisa Marie Presley. He was her manager, and he made some terrible investments and squandered as much as $100 million of Lisa Marie's trust money, investing in terrible investments like American Idol and many other things. So Bridget Cruz, the auctioneer, told us that Barry Siegel, with Priscilla, brokered the idea of making the Priscilla film to Sofia Coppola. Yeah, so that means Priscilla is still friends with Barry Siegel, allegedly for entertainment purposes, just opinions. Now remember, Barry Siegel ripped off Lisa Marie. Why is Priscilla Presley still friends with Barry Siegel? Why? Why? That is probably another reason why Lisa and Priscilla were not getting on. Obviously, we're just speculating, guys, but let's have a look. It was said, let's have a look. It was said that Priscilla is not doing another book now since Lisa's book came out. the one who was going to do it is back out, and when they read Lisa's book. All right, I haven't heard this. So is that true, Pat? I'd like to see a link. Pat, I'd like to see a copy of that. It is said that Priscilla is not doing another book. Well, I'd love to see proof of that. Has anyone else has anyone else seen that? Pamela says, I think most people are just not interested in Priscilla or what she has to say. Yes, but if you're a Priscilla fan, Pamela, they're very interested. This is the problem. She has a massive following. A massive following. Right, I'm just trying to... All right, Michelle's off. Thank you, Michelle. Love you. Thanks. Really appreciate you being a member and getting me a coffee. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a great day, Michelle. I really like Michelle. She's one of my favorite subscribers. Thank you so much, Michelle. Right. Let's keep going. How many people would stop going to Graceland if Priscilla was buried there? I'm just curious. Well, do you know what? We can't answer that. I do think there's going to be a backlash if she gets buried there. And I do think definitely certain people will never go there again if Priscilla's buried there. But I also think, come on, it's Elvis. He's still massively loved around the world. It's always going to be an amazing tourist destination. Isn't it one of the most visited tourist destinations ever? Second to the White House. So anyway, I'm going to have to stop. My daughter's trying to message me. So what I'm going to do is carry on uploading that video. All right, it's okay. Right. Okay, now what are we doing? We are going to upload that video. Okay, so just to refresh us, let's play it again.
Elvis was great for practical jokes or just creating an effect.
He also got a kick out of making everybody panic and freak out. When you get in a car with him when he was behind the wheel, this could be your last minute. Same thing with the plane. All of a sudden, the captain would come on out and please fasten your seatbelt because he was going to land the plane. And it was just like everybody would stick their head between their knees, hide or something, you know, bury themselves in the sea. It was just like one of those whole good God moments. He always liked the danger.
Totally insane. For a number of years.
He would do anything. In the beginning, I guess the Bible was the most important book to him.
We had, a bunch of people over, and he'd preach out of the Bible, which was funny because his stories were entirely different than what was in the Bible. I mean, he had a whole other version, very flamboyant, very expressive, and very funny.
Oh, I love that video. Okay, right. So I remember making that video actually. I really enjoyed making them. It was hard work. It was 4 or 5 hours, but I just loved finding all the clips, the video clips, the pictures, and adding my editorial and just mixing it all together. It was very creative. I really enjoyed it. Right, let's download it. So remember what I said, guys. We'll download it together so that in case you guys want to do anything like this, let's just find it. I've got to find it now. Okay. Let me just make sure it's that one. I think it's that one. It's had 108,000 views. Yeah, that's the one. So we click the 3 dots. Then we say share to save to device. So it's saving to device. Now we're going to think of a title. It's already saved. Now the title originally was Priscilla Presley with Lisa Marie. Let's have a look. The original title is Priscilla Presley with Lisa Marie talk about the real Elvis. So it's quite a funny little clip, isn't it? It's like, this isn't a defending Elvis clip. This is it just shows Elvis's fun side, his humorous side, the fact he would read the Bible to whoever was in Gracelands or wherever he lived. and he took it seriously, but he had his own take, his own version of the Bible stories. And just that he was impulsive, like landing the aeroplane. He loved danger. He loved danger. So does anyone have a title for this? I'll play it one more time. Please tell me what you think we should call this short 1-minute documentary.
Elvis was great for practical jokes or just creating an effect.
He also got a kick out of making everybody panic and freak out. When you get in a car with him when he was behind the wheel, this could be your last minute. Same thing with the plane. All of a sudden, the captain would come on out and please fasten your seatbelt because he was going to land the plane. And it was just like everybody would stick their head between their knees, hide or something, bury themselves in the seat. It was just like one of those whole good God moments. He always liked the danger.
Totally insane. And helped me for a number of years.
He would do anything. In the beginning, I guess the Bible was the most important book to him. We had, a bunch of people over, and he'd preach out of the Bible, which was funny because his stories were entirely different than what was in the Bible. I mean, he had a whole other version, very flamboyant, very expressive, and very funny.
Okay, right. Let's just check your comments a minute. Right, Pat says that the update on the Priscilla thing is on my homepage. When you say homepage, do you mean the Defending Elvis Presley page? Let me just have a look. I'm just looking now, Pat. I can't see it. I think if you could just send the link to me. Let's just check the chat. Let's just check the 24-hour chat. Let's have a look. 24-hour chat. Aha. Let's have a look. I don't think Priscilla is still doing her second book. Oh, I see the one you mean, yeah. But I want to see actual proof. I know that this person, there's a few people linked on this chat, but how many of them? I want to know that it's true. So it says here, I think it's Hatchet Publishing Company will announce if Priscilla cancels the contract. So we need to know it's true, don't we? Let's have a look. I mean, a lot of you will refuse to buy that book, yeah? So Deborah's comment is here. Deborah is saying there, I won't buy her book or anything Priscilla puts out. Many of you feel that way, don't you? I get it. Do you know what? I still need some kind of actual press release from this company that it's not happening. Now, the Priscilla I know, just going on my gut feeling, is going to write that book. She's writing that book. Nothing's going to stop her. But I could be wrong. We'd have to look it up. So Susan King and Susie McCoy, unless they cancelled it, they might be cutting their losses, realizing that after Lisa's book, nobody with anyone working brain cells would buy the book. Let's have a look. A lot of nasty comments about Priscilla. No surprise. Let's see how it turns out. Let's see what happens. So I just want to quickly upload that video very quickly, and then we're going to go through your comments. So did any of you come up with a name? So David says, let's have a look. Where are we? God, you guys are really chatting, aren't you? I reckon about 50 comments whilst I was reading that. Let's have a look. Right, I'm trying to catch up. So Salvatore, I love those vacation videos. It was said that Priscilla is not doing another book. Now, since Lisa's book came out, the one who was going to do it backed out. We're going to definitely look into that. I love, like Salvatore, I love him throwing around the football Looks like he was having fun. Yes, we love him when he was having fun and smiling. Linda says, Louis, I agree. Trouble is, not many people alive from that time. Right, let's have a look. They should have a film called Gracelands where it captured him as a person, not an entertainer. Definitely. Think Billy Smith, he was with him all his life, would be good information for a film. Yeah, I agree. Billy Smith has a massive following, doesn't he? And let's have a look. I can't see Jerry doing that to Elvis. Yes, he and Priscilla Presley are close, but hooking up is a whole other level that I don't see either of them thinking is a good idea. Now, SK, I just want to say this to you. I'm like you. I've always really liked Jerry Schilling. Always, going way back to the 70s. Yeah? Good-looking man that always looked like he was there for Elvis, there for Lisa Marie, best friends with Priscilla. Now, remember, there is already a story out there that Elvis had caught them in the kitchen being too friendly. Jerry Schilling has admitted this. But Elvis dies in 1977. Yeah? Jerry Schilling had to become very close to Priscilla after that because Elvis was gone. Elvis, Jerry Schilling and Priscilla have done many things together. Now, I won't rule out that there's a possibility that there was a relationship. I won't rule it out. I've had many comments from you guys telling me that there was something going on between Jerry and Priscilla. But like you, I'm a Jerry Schilling fan. So I feel a bit defensive. I feel a bit, oh, no, that couldn't have happened. It's automatic that if you like Jerry Schilling, that you want to defend them. Oh, no, that couldn't have happened. But I'm telling you now, when money is involved, when sex is involved, when beauty is involved, yeah, the rules change. The rules change. Now, Priscilla is or was a very, very beautiful woman. Very sexy. None of us can get away from that. That's the truth. She used her beauty, her sexiness to get her way, in my opinion. So I will not rule out the fact that money things happen between them to do with Gracelands and EPE. And there's a possibility they had an affair. I won't rule it out. Many people think they did. Many people think they didn't. So that's just my view, yeah? Has anyone seen the movies Tears of a King? Yes, I've watched it. I've watched all the little clips. This is Lloyd Lofton. Hi, Lloyd. Are you new to our channel? Welcome to Team Elvis. Yeah, I've watched all the little clips on YouTube. And wasn't it made by one of the Stanley brothers? So let's just keep going. I don't like Jerry P. Don't trust any of them. Right, let's have a look. The guy that played Elvis was terrible. Yep. Jacob Elordi. Terrible. He's a nice guy, but he just was nothing like Elvis. He didn't speak. He droned. He went, that was it. That was the film. That was the Priscilla film. Trying to make out to the new generation fans that Elvis was a villain and she was a victim. Definitely, Linda. Definitely. Beauty and the Beast, but in reverse. It's on your homepage. I'm just trying to catch up, guys. I will never believe Lisa liked that movie. She liked Austin's, but not the movie. I actually think Lisa Marie, if she probably absorbed the Elvis film, you know, down the road, years down the road, there are still things in that Baz Luhrmann's film that should not have been in there. But I can clearly see that Lisa Marie loved the film at first. It meant everything to her. She loved Baz Luhrmann. She loved the fact that Elvis suddenly she felt that his name was cleared. Wow, finally the truth about my father. That was the reaction. But I do think if you go back again and again and watch that film again and again, you can sense Baz Luhrmann trying to keep Priscilla happy. You sense it. And I think later down the road, Lisa wouldn't have liked that. That's just my opinion, guys. Yeah, we love his funny faces, don't we? Sofia Coppola should have done a movie about Child Bride, the book instead. Now, obviously, we know about the alternative version of events in Germany in 1959 and the different boyfriends. That there's possibility here that Priscilla was no innocent girl, no angel, that she had quite a wild teenage years, that she was definitely not a virgin, and that she pre-planned how she was going to meet Elvis using Cary Grant, that her own parents were involved in getting her to move to Graceland, but, which is great, we need this. We need another version of events so we can defend Elvis. But I will say this, there are some not very nice things in this book as well that portray Elvis as a paedophile. Suzanne Finstad, the author, look guys at the top, Suzanne Finstad has said some pretty disgusting things about Elvis on a documentary in Australia, yeah, saying that Elvis had a sweet spot for 14-year-old girls. So I personally am very unhappy with Suzanne Finstad. Not everything in this book is what you want to hear. Now, if you haven't read the book, you're going to think this book just completely slags off Priscilla, and it's a great to make a book, a film about it. But if you, many of the things in this book are horrible about Elvis. But I do agree that this book does show more of the truth of what secretly went on behind Elvis's back in 1959, those years, in Priscilla's teenage years. She had a high school boyfriend, etc. More than one. She liked the bad boys. She was a bit of a bad girl. So this does show us, the fans, a different truth than the book, Elvis and Me, which completely portrays her as a sweet, innocent girl. But I want to quickly upload this so that I can carry on with your comments, and then we're going to call it a day, guys. So let me just, okay, let's just go to the videos.
It's great for practical jokes or just creating an effect.
You also got a kick out of making everybody panic and freak out.
Right, let's just get it up. Otherwise, if we don't do it, I'm just going to forget to do it. So let's go there. Let's click ads. Okay, now I think we're going to call it Elvis Loved Life, because to me it's all about Elvis just loving life, being in the moment, having a load of fun, and just the side of Elvis that we loved. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it really simple, because I need to read these comments. So okay, that's being uploaded now. Right, so let's keep going. Let's have a look. Okay. All right, so SK's off. Thanks, SK. You take care, my friends. Okay. Where are we? So, well, that's it really, guys. I think we've covered everything, haven't we? We've been on for an hour and 45 minutes. They have already made a movie about Elvis and Me. Which movie are you talking about, Lloyd? Lloyd, welcome to Team Elvis. Obviously, we've already just mentioned about Priscilla's film, Priscilla. But are you talking about the TV melodrama in 1988, or are you talking about Kurt Russell's film? I think around the same time, was it? Kurt Russell's film. Let's have a look. Pamela, sorry, I had to go to talk to the plumber. Before the Priscilla movie. Yes, do you know what? I want to do a review on the Kurt Russell movie, Elvis. and I've watched the TV melodrama that was done in 1988. It's on YouTube. It's completely free. It's a pretty good film, but there's many things in it I don't agree with. The rape scene, and it does make her out to be this poor innocent victim, and Elvis is the predator. I don't like that. So I'm not a fan of almost anything made about Elvis, to be honest with you. I think all of it portrays him in a bad light. All of it makes him look like this depressed drug addict that was a serial adulterer, that was violent and abusive and angry. And I have never seen a film where I thought that is a good portrayal. The Kurt Russell film is as close as it gets to me for showing Elvis how I see him in my mind. The Kurt Russell film is my favorite. But it still gets things wrong. But I quite like the Kurt Russell film. Guys, do you guys have a favorite Elvis film? Can I ask you that before we go? Pamela, I like The Searcher. Right, I have watched The Searcher, but it was a long time ago. Wasn't it like 2 parts? And it's very, very long. Isn't it like 6 hours long? Do any of you have a favorite Elvis film? Can I ask you that? Yeah, we all love That's the Way It Is. We all love that. I grew up watching that. I had a videotape of it and I used to play it every day. So Linda says no. I just love watching Elvis. I didn't care what film he was in. I love all of Elvis's films. All of them. I love seeing Elvis young and fit and slim and tanned and happy, loving life. All of them. But I have favorites. I love King Creole. I love Jailhouse Rock. Even Love Me Tender. After I watched it a few times, it grew on me a bit. Yeah, we love King Creole. Come on. I just love seeing Elvis. I always have Elvis on in the background. If you see now, I've always got Elvis on. Always. Doesn't matter if it's a documentary, a film, a song, you name it, it's always in the background. Yeah, Jailhouse Rock. Brilliant film. Brilliant film. Yeah, Loving You. Oh, yeah, and you can watch that free on YouTube. Did you know that, Salvatore? Loving You is free on YouTube. There's another film on YouTube called Elvis and the Beauty Queen. That's pretty good. I like it. It's got Don Johnson as Elvis, which is a bit weird, but I quite enjoy that film. I think that they capture Linda Thompson really well in that film. So I'm fine with Linda Thompson, and I'm fine with Ginger Alden. You know, we have views. You know, we're going to do live streams about Linda and about Ginger. They've made some mistakes. They've said things they didn't have to say. They've done things they didn't have to do, but I still like them. Yeah. One of my favorite is Mindy Miller. Now, Mindy Miller comes on our show. She joins us. She messages me. She actually messaged me yesterday. Mindy Miller, yeah? Let me just show you her name. Let's have a look. I'm a big fan of Mindy. See, look, here we go. Look, Mindy Miller messaged me. Yeah? We love Mindy Miller. Even Finley, Elvis's grandchild, has liked one of my posts. So Nancy Sinatra, she follows us. So we got a few celebrity people out there that like us. Gio, bad timing, my friend. We'll go in. Yeah, Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Sharo is the best, right? Linda likes Sharo. No, Lloyd. Hi, Lloyd. Where are you from? Lloyd, let us know where you're from. Yeah, I know, Gio. We're doing it on purpose to get rid of you. So thanks, guys. It's been nearly 2 hours. Does anyone feel like it's been 2 hours? Like, come on. We've only just started. If you like what I do, get us a coffee, get us a super thank you, become a member. Subscribe, like, anything, guys. I really appreciate it when you guys get me a coffee. It's so kind of you. Have a brilliant day. Now, I have to go somewhere today, so I'm out until about 5 o'clock. So I may come back at around 5 and do another live stream. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe a dog walk live stream. A dog walk. I'll try not to. The last live stream we did using this thing was too noisy. So I'll try and it was kept moving. So I'll try and hold this a bit stiffer because it was wobbling. So take care. Send all of you love. Thank you so much for becoming part of Team Elvis, for subscribing, for liking, for sending me a coffee, for super thank you, for becoming a member. We've got 61 members now, guys. No, 62 members. We have 62 members. When we get to 100, we are going to do personal live streams for members, live stream members. Yeah, Pat, I mixed it up. Pat, 3 lives. Yeah, Pat, I won't do that again. I'll make sure I check to see if Shauna or Angie is on before I do a live. I won't make that mistake again because I want us all to support Shauna at Tenderly Loving Elvis. I want us to support Angie at Angie's Tea and Tarots, even Serge at Serge Del Mar Anti-Scientology channel. I will try and make sure that my lives never coincide with other channels. So I want us all to have our chance. So, Pat, it won't happen again. Oh, wow, Lou, I used to watch Elvis. That's the way it is a lot. My brother and I adored watching Elvis's marathons. Yes, me and my twin brother in the 70s, we grew up watching all the reruns of the Elvis movies. We loved them. Special memories at home with mum and dad, brother and sister, watching every Saturday afternoon the Elvis reruns. Very happy days in my life. Very happy days. So Angel Mason, welcome to Team Elvis. Let us know where you're from before I go. Wherever you are in the world, guys, let me know where you're from. Goodbye to all of you. In the UK, the time is 12 a.m. in the UK. So thanks very much, guys. No, 12 p.m. Yeah, in the UK. So thanks, guys. Big shout to all of you. Love to all of you. Let me know where you're from, and I'm going to end the live and just read where you guys are all from. Let me know what time it is where you are. And thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen at home. My dogs have been very quiet today. My dogs, no kids, and my dogs have been very quiet. Thanks, guys. Bye. Love you all. Take care, guys.